Welcome to the newest era of Ice Cream You Mean podcast. These are your hosts, Benjamin.
I didn't see you there. I was just gonna settle down with my book, a candle, have a nice little evening of reading. But
And me.
JD, oh, is that Neo if he fucking slayed?
Yeah, and I've got your choices with me today. Zyrtec or Adderall.
So
you can only choose one.
We going up or down today?
You're going up or down.
Up or down.
No caffeine on both of them.
Let's do some Zyrtec.
Zyrtec, good. Because then you... Oh, wait. If you did choose Zyrtec, you can have coffee. So you kind of have Adderall.
So we can mix and match then.
You can mix and match.
One of each.
One of each. Ben.
Yes.
As I take off my coat, tell the audience what we're doing today and why we're in character.
So you see, JD is a little overwarm because they're wearing a Winter Olympic coat, despite the fact that we're filming this in August. But we're getting it together, and so we're doing a little recovery episode. It's a new format. We're trying something out here. So if you like it, please let us know. If you don't like it, I'm sure you will let us know.
Keep it to yourself.
No. So we're experimenting with this. It's going to be a very low-key episode. We're mostly going to be doing readings of creepypastas themselves. So yeah, we're going to have some fun with it. Hence the little costumes, the themed looks we got going here. And something that we have not done that we need to do. If you like the show, please tell a friend, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We need to be better about doing that because that does really help us. So please. And thank you.
It does.
We appreciate everyone that listens. So
yeah, and we love it when people interact with us. It's a really fun opportunity to like hear someone's like favorite episode, whatever. If they were around during our Hot Pockets era, which I still am. I don't believe in moving past my Hot Pockets era. If you sent us a photo of you eating Hot Pockets, we like that.
Yeah.
Like maybe not eating. I don't love
No, I want to see it get real sloppy.
do not like damage my desire for ham and cheese Hot Pockets, the reigning champion. But
we don't need to reopen this. But it's been
we're not rehashing it on our special episode.
It seems like it's been rehashed. Is ham and cheese Hot Pockets because they taste like recycled food. It is not good.
If you don't leave me alone, Ben, you have to stop bullying me. I am a pop star.
That's true. JD has returned from Star Makers International, where, much like Neo, they fucking slayed.
I fucking slayed it. Just so everybody knows, I ate whatever house down, boots the house down. I don't know. Houston, Texas, something like that. But yeah, it's a reading heavy episode today. Yeah. Ben, will you be doing your spooky sleepy man voice? Will I continue my like Matrix if they slayed voice?
Did you do a voice? Did you come in here doing it?
Wow. So Ben, you just think I just sound like this all the time? Ben, my voice is typically down in the dumps.
Yeah. That's right. Well, okay. Would you do you want like kind of old man sleepy voice? I feel like I did kind of like a Midwestern thing when I came in here, which
what's like the easiest to maintain, Ben?
What's the easiest to maintain that won't make people turn this off? You mean?
Definitely not like maybe like not the one from the beach episode, the Long Island.
Wow! Oh, shots fired at my family. Okay. Pew pew pew. On notice. How about we just do like a normal voice?
Yeah, just a normal
voice. People are used to hearing our voices.
Yeah. They got that DJ Ben and DJ JD.
Yeah, they have the unusual the looks that they have to adjust to. We'll do one thing at a time.
Yeah, one thing at a time, okay?
We don't want to, move too fast,
Don't. This is the new era, but like not too new.
It's not too radical, not radically different. Also, we might do more of these. Depends on the reaction. We'll see.
Yeah.
We were burned by the funky found footage. We loved those. People did not. We learned.
But maybe
But
YouTube will be a fan of this
maybe YouTube
because
will.
YouTube loves a visual.
And YouTube loves low effort bullshit.
Do
So
not call Ben's outfit low effort.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay? Look at his fucking sleepy hat. You'll look at his fucking candle.
Fill the candle. 1 second. I have to move it very carefully. I don't want to.
It's a real candle.
It's a real candle. And it's a good
And he has a
it's
real
timekeeper as well.
low effort who? Where? Low effort
We got
where?
props now? We got prop money? Yeah, we got prop money now.
We
are living high on Buwan bucks. So I don't know where you are.
We're putting that shit on our taxes.
Hell yeah.
And if anyone wants to sponsor Buwan, just like let us know. 5.8 account reaches in 30 days.
It's pretty good.
There's my media kit right there.
Yeah. There we go. Add that to our portfolio where we get 108 impressions on Spotify over the last 30 days. I think so.
Exactly right. What other podcasts will you have that sometimes one of the hosts is one identity, sometimes the other one is the other one? Yeah. And listen, get you some of that.
So we basically got 3 hosts here.
We basically have 3 hosts.
Which is pretty sick. 3 for the price of 2. It's a great deal for you. We don't need to pitch anymore. Yeah. You guys have already heard the show. So we're here. We're mostly pulling stories from the Instagram account Creepy Green Text. Jay Last is the name on that. I believe that they are a folklore student, and they pull green texts, which are like internet posts, shit posts, mostly from 4chan, of creepy posts. So they sift through a lot of bullshit. Somebody, if you've ever been on 4chan's paranormal board, not worth going. This guy, he gets the good stuff there. So stick with us.
Ben, how are green texts typically like formatted, done? Is it like
so these are not all green text. The story that I just picked right now looks like it's kind of just standard prose. But what do you call the little alligator shape? It's not a bracket.
It's not.
It's a less than sign.
Yeah, I was like
greater than sign. Carrot? Is it a carrot?
Carrot is the one that goes like this.
Okay. Well, yeah, they have like a little.
It's the one that goes like this.
It's the one that goes like that. It's the one. It looks like it's facing away from the letters.
Yes.
So, green text are typically they're like a 4chan kind of format of telling a story. They often start with kind of like "be me," and then they will break out line by line that way, with each line starting with a little alligator facing away.
Mm-hmm. It's like a bullet point list of like what's happening, but they're using the little thingy.
Basically, yeah. That's a great way. That says it a lot better than I did. So thank you. So yeah, without further ado, let's say we're going in cold here. We have not read or prepared any of these stories, so we don't know what will be in there.
Yes, I basically picked my first one from like the photo that's associated with it, which seems to be a gas station.
Mm-hmm.
Of sorts.
That's intriguing. Yeah. Intriguing. We like a liminal space. We like a non-place.
Exactly.
And I chose
point B,
my first story
yes,
based on the title, Weird Stories, The Cave, because I've gotten into like a little cave fixation lately. There's a YouTube channel called Scary Interesting. Are you familiar with them?
Yes.
And I got real into like watching all like the caving disaster ones. Which,
no, absolutely fucking not.
Hard to know. I will never be going inside of a cave. I'll also never be climbing a mountain, but definitely no caving.
No cave. What is the one that's like the nutty something cave?
It's like Nutty Buddy Cave or something like that.
Yeah, the nutty. That's the one that like I think everyone like just kind of knows. Mm-hmm. Like the fellow is just in there forever. Sandlot style.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. So I would not recommend going caving for anybody. But we're gonna hear a little story about the cave. So, intro. Friend and I, roughly 12, don't remember much from childhood except our time together. Live in a woods. Literally, only went home when parents made us. Neighborhood has a small patch of woods. Funnels into a small area of no homes, then into a massive forest. Stay mostly in a woods by the neighborhood. Small streams and such. Hiking, riding bikes, etc. One day, get bright idea to follow a creek to its end. Stay beside or right in the water entire way. Walk for well over an hour. Realize we've entered the forest. Creek empties into a river we don't know about. Turns out several kids drowned in that river, though years ago. Bodies never found. Happened over decades. So this is that kind of bullet point format.
Yeah.
It's almost like a haiku, but
You
not
kind
really.
of, yeah. It's kind of poetry.
It's kind of poetry, but also a shitpost. We didn't know at the time and only found out years later when we built up the nerve to ask his dad about it. Getting late afternoon and hungry, we head back. Walk near the camp, but a little further away this time. See a large mound of earth we missed earlier. Large oak tree sitting on top. Not quite a hill, but a good 15 to 20 feet high. Decide to inspect. Notice a small opening on the far side facing away from the creek. Probably a small animal den. Friend was always more adventurous than me. Let's investigate, Anon. That's another little note here. Anon is kind of 4chan speak for referring to the self within these green texts because you are posting as an anonymous person.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Anon. Yeah. Whatever. He starts poking around inside. Hey, it's pretty big in here. Started digging around at the entrance. Hole large enough to squeeze in. He wasn't kidding. We both fit inside. Hey, Anon. We get home. Let's grab some tools to dig this out. Why not? Get home, get grub, get tools, and we're off. The cave becomes our after school project. Head directly there every day after school. After a couple weeks, shit was legit. 2 beds made of wood and pine branches, 2 chairs dug into the walls. We could both stand, arms raised, and not touch the top. It was like an underground clubhouse. Shit was cash. Hey, Anon, want to stay here Saturday night? Fuck yeah. Tell both parents we're staying over at another's Saturday night. We have snacks, board games, flashlights, slingshots, the 12-year-old's weapon of choice, make a fire or roast marshmallows, fuck around at the creek, kids being kids and loving it. Climb inside at sunset. Found a round wooden tabletop we used to roll in front of the opening of the door. Used a length of pipe to push some holes through one side and the top for ventilation. Settle in. Fire goes out. Reading comic books by candlelight inside. Boom. Sounds like a fucking cannon fired. Loud ass snap and a ground shaking thud. What the fuck was that? Silence. Dead fucking silence after that. Let's check it out, Anon. Are you fucking serious? Slide tabletop just a bit so we can peek outside. Friend whispers, Did you see that? I couldn't talk. I was in front. He's basically looking over my shoulder. Saw this thing's silhouette. It was cloudy, but the moon was nearly full and gave some light. It was massive, walked on 4 legs, the size of a horse, but it moved like a cat. It had fur, I couldn't tell. It looked smooth and possibly gray. JD has crossed their arms. It was walking past the mound towards the creek. It stopped. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. I swear it was looking at us.
No!
That's the end of part 1. We're moving on to part 2.
Oh, it's disgusting.
We were trapped, and this thing knew we were near. Now sniffing and gurgling from the other vent hole. We gonna die tonight. Scratching at the door. This went on for what felt like days. Door, top vent, side vent, repeat. Looking for a way in. Looking to kill what it smelled. Not sure of shock or exhaustion, but our dumbasses fell asleep. Woke up, could have been hours or minutes, no noise, could hear the birds. Woke friend up. Anon, what are you doing? I don't fucking know, man. Can't stay here forever. Open the door. I ain't opening that shit. We sat in silence for what felt like hours. Fuck this. I'm going to take a look outside. Takes a while to unbarricade door. Finally do. Move it back a couple inches. Daylight, thank you, Jesus. Seems clear. Count of 3. Anon, we open the door and we run like hell. 1, 2, 3. Door rolled open and running like fucking Usain Bolt on coke. Gurgle hiss. Blood-curdling gurgle scream. This is it. This is how we die. I just keep running. Never stop running. Friend screams. Keep running. Everything goes blank. Anon, are you okay? Mom? Oh my god, Anon. What happened? I don't know. Where's my friend, Anon? Where's your friend, Anon? He's inside. He's badly hurt. Anon, what the hell happened? Begin telling Mom everything. Start crying. Just want to see my friend. His friend's in the way. His leg is all ripped up and bleeding. Go inside sobbing. Dad's patching up friend's leg. Anon, I'm so fucking sorry. Don't be, bro. You did what I would have. We knew we couldn't stop. What happened? I don't know, Anon. I was running behind you and something grabbed my leg. I pulled away and kept running. Didn't even realize I was bleeding. His leg looks like shark bites I've seen. Shredded. Don't know how he managed the last few hundred yards. Told parents everything. Dad grabbed guns and headed out back. Saw nothing. Said the top of the mound was all dug up. Another couple of inches and it would have opened up. Found huge sets of paw prints deep in the mud. Massive tree branch on the ground where we first saw it. Think the thing was in the trees watching us. Never went back. Often wonder if the boys who drowned in the river those years ago really drowned. Their bodies were never found.
I hate that.
Ooh. What? Yeah.
I hate this. Okay, so like sometimes when someone describes like a scary thing to me, like it feels gross. Like someone could be just like, I saw a ghost, and I'll just be like, that's disgusting, because it just feels so like
feels icky.
Icky.
Yeah. So
I hate that.
Yeah. How you feel about this episode now?
I just realized like you were clicking, I can hear you clicking.
Yeah.
I have to look at like pictures.
I mean, mostly you'll be reading. It's
yeah,
okay.
I'm glad that I remember that minute, because like, what if there's like a random terrible photo? I don't think there's gonna be a terrible photo on here. And I was like, oh, I can just turn off images, but then it's on Instagram. It is a fucking image.
Yeah.
I hate that story, actually. There's this thing in like Filipino culture, probably like present in like other cultures, where like at night, like you're not supposed to look up at trees, because like you'll see like something like hanging out on the tree.
Mm-hmm.
But like in the morning, the fact that it like the person's like, yeah, it was probably just waiting on the trees for us.
Yeah.
Hateful.
No, don't approve of that.
Disgusting,
actually. You thought you were safe, thought it was clear.
Yeah, like, okay, that's one of the things in like scary stories or like movies where like a thing breaks the rule of like, you know, like we have a sort of understanding of like, when it's the morning, you should be fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Why would you do this?
Yeah. I mean, what do you think? Yeah, I think this was like, it sounds like an animal attack to me.
Yeah, like really weird. Like, okay, so I don't know if I missed it. Like, is there an age, or like, did they say like in high school, blah blah, or in middle school?
They were 12 in this first part. I think they say that. Friend and I roughly 12 is the first line. Yeah.
So like, okay, maybe like when you're scared already, like in the dark, like you extra scare yourself like on accident by like, oh, it's the dark and I'm seeing something in the dark. Like maybe it is a scary thing. Right. My first thought was like, fucked up moose. You know, those things are huge.
They are huge.
You don't want to like run into them. People, I've seen videos of people like walking their dogs and then them completely stepping to the sides and like having to like make sure their dog is quiet so that they don't get like the moose's attention.
Mooses are like nightmares too. They'll really go after you.
Yeah. So what if this was like a moose on like, you know how like deer can have like a really terrible disease thing and they start wasting away, zombifying. Like, what if this was like a moose with like rabies and you just like some sort of animal illness?
How was the moose? You think the moose was climbing trees?
Maybe. What if this was like a fucked up? What if this was a new era? We can have a new era.
Yeah.
Meese. I don't know. Mooses can have a new era, Ben.
That's true. They got to change with the times. Yeah. And it could be a moose, big as a horse. I think mooses are even bigger sometimes. Usually.
A bear, a huge ass bear.
Huge bear.
How big can bears get? How bears can big get?
Bears can big get for sure. A lot of people don't know that bears can be big. So
bear with mange.
Yeah, they can be big. They're also and then they're not necessarily always as plump and as cute as we like to think. Sometimes they're a little bit leaner too.
Yeah, like what season was this? Maybe the bear was in like the lean season, not having like to go into post hibernation. Maybe it was like, I'm fucking hungry.
That's all. Yeah, and that's always the thing too. Is like there's a lack of information that we get here. We don't know where this was, right? Mm-hmm. All we know is that they lived in a rural area. Mm-hmm. Could beyond that could really be anywhere. They're completely anonymous.
Yeah, so that's what makes it a little scary, because like could be anywhere.
Could be anywhere.
Could be in your city and mine.
Yeah. So caution. I think the moral of the story is don't go in caves.
Don't go in caves.
We stand by that.
Yes. Number one rule on Ice Cream Union podcast. Yeah. One, tell your friends that you listen to us and like tell us you like us. Tell us what you think. Second rule is don't go into caves.
Unless you don't follow number one, then you can go into a cave.
Then you can go into a cave. Like it's not like we don't care about you, but like just
go in a cave.
You probably don't listen to us. So you went into a cave. So
we're using reverse psychology here to try to keep you out of the cave.
Yeah. So if you listen to us, You'll be safe from caves.
Word.
Ice Cream Union Podcast keeps you out of caves.
That's a promise.
That's a promise that we'll keep. We don't own any caves, and we will never look at a cave.
And we won't take any money from caves either.
No,
A lot of caves in our inbox.
get
I
out.
keep just saying no.
We will not. Okay, if a cave was like, would you like to sponsor us? Like, you can adopt a highway. We'd be like, oh, adopt a cave. No.
No.
Fuck off.
We got the standards.
We stand against caves in this podcast.
That's right. Yeah, sports betting people, come at us. DraftKings, you want to sponsor us? We'll go for it. But no caves.
No caves. Sorry.
I have a line.
Sorry. Any sort of like national parks that have forests. I mean, like forests. We love forests. We love them.
Yeah.
Caves. National parks that have caves. Just talk to us about like the forest part and like the wide open spaces part. Not about your caves.
Not your confined spaces. Thank you very much.
No, not at all. Ben, are we rating these stories? Would you like to rate your story?
Sure.
Was there any sort of anticipation as you were clicking to the next screen? Were you just kind of like, oh, is this gonna get any worse? Or were you kind of just like, as you click through it, you were just kind of like, I expect what's gonna happen, you know?
I mean, I expected a run-in with something that would, they're gonna be stuck in the cave, and something will happen, like something will approach the cave. Was my guess for what was gonna happen. I don't think it kind of plateaued pretty early for me, Like it was like, okay, big animal, and from there I was like, okay, big animal the whole time, big animal. Which again, I don't want to be in a cave. Like, would it be scary to go through? Yes.
Yeah.
Is it necessarily scary to read about? For me? No, that's where I would go. How about you?
Okay. I obviously was disgusted. Obviously, I was like this. Cave concept, scary monster in the dark concept, running after you, chasing after you concept, terrifying, and I hate to see it. I hate it.
Cool. Okay.
Hate the story.
Hate and
hate.
Okay.
Hate and it was okay. I truly I am someone who doesn't get scared very easily at all when I'm watching something, but when you're telling it to me, it's disgusting.
When you're watching, JD,
I love this.
I call calf.
Oh wait, I mean like if you're okay, if it's like a fake movie or like those, I'll be like, oh, and then I'll be like, oh, reminder, not real. But if it's like those terrible videos that you sent me, then
that's scary. Okay,
hate.
Fair. Okay,
hate exactly. So moving on from the woods and caves, get out of them. Again, we're going into based on the image, a gas station. This was from 2020 July, so it's been a hot minute. From Anonymous again. So in the white text, it says, a repost from a while ago. This didn't happen to me, but my father. Here's a green text to start off with. This happened to my father. So this happened to Anon's father. Green text starts. Be a man in the U.S., work at a repair shop with a attached gas station in bumfuck nowhere, eastern Kentucky, the dead of winter. Run the gas station mostly by yourself at night from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. Make a modest sum of money for the time period. Later at night, a car pulls up in the property, but not near. I already hate this. And highlight. Okay. Gas station pulls up in the gas station and instead not near the gas station and instead closer to the repair shop. The car was small and slate gray. Assumed that it was some Soviet-made car. Couldn't tell if it was actually painted or not. One man steps out of the car from the passenger side, wearing a dark suit and a gray hat with glasses. He walks the whole of the property to enter the gas station. Man wore glasses and was very pale, talked oddly. Man wanted to know if my father had listened to the radio recently. He hadn't. Man hands my father $10 in ones and asks for water. My father was confused, but the man had to clarify he wanted a gallon of water. He paused when my father gave him most of his money back. My father offers to take the water to the car. The man says it wasn't necessary. He then asks my father if he knows why the price of gas is what it is, and it just confuses my father. The man takes the water to the car, puts it in the trunk, and enters the car from the driver's side and leaves the... Why do I not want to go to the next page? Hold on. Leaves the property for the main road. My father realizes later that the man first left the car from the passenger side and the car gave off no exhaust smoke.
Oh, it's an electric car.
That's it.
Whoa. Okay. I would like to add, first of all, another rating thing. Is this real?
Oh, okay.
Let's add that. So jump back to the cave. I would say believable. Yes.
Believable, yeah.
This one isn't real.
What if this was just a weird guy?
That's why I would say yes is believable.
Yeah, because this could just be a weird guy with a weird car.
I Not much happened.
Yeah.
I mean, I think being alone at like a gas station on an empty road in the middle of the night, scary.
Yeah.
Good setting.
Good setting.
Good
Yes.
setting. Not a bad setup either.
Yeah.
Mysterious car, mysterious
Uh-huh.
guy, not bad.
The end.
Payoff,
Yeah.
eh, that's where
Yeah.
I'm at. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like, okay, it's like it's all kind of in the details. If you're really
Yeah.
like reading through it, you're just kind of like, oh, gas station at night.
Hmm.
Car pulls up, small slate gray,
Yeah.
Soviet made car, couldn't tell. You're already kind of like clocking in like
Right.
it's gonna get a little weird. And
Hmm.
then out comes a guy in a dark suit,
Suit, hat.
gray hat with
Yeah.
glasses. He was pale and talked weirdly.
Yeah.
Asked about a radio,
Hmm. Get some water.
get some water by
Dips.
gallon.
Yeah. Puts in the trunk.
And then he's a little confused about like why the dad was like, "Oh, you don't need to use all 10 of these dollars."
Yeah.
So like, do you think? Okay, what do you think this the father when he told the child about the story is implying? Like, is this time traveler?
Uh,
Mm,
Time Traveler was my first go
uh-huh.
to, I think. That or kind of like the Man in Black type
Yes.
deal. Yeah. Like mysterious government agent.
Okay. I will go back to this the last line, which is my father realizes later that the man first left the car from the passenger's side.
Hmm.
First left the car from the passenger side, right? And the car gave off no exhaust smoke. What is this? What is this supposed to mean to me? So, like, there's somebody else
Yeah.
driving.
Right.
What about the car? No exhaust smoke. What does this mean?
There's somebody else in the car and then they like hop over would be how that would work, I guess.
Yeah.
They change seats potentially. Um, Otherwise, I'm not sure. What do you? And the exhaust thing is like says time traveler to me,
Yeah.
or like secret technology. Like there's
Yeah.
something here that, that's the strange thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, for me, believable, kind of just weird. Could have been just
Uh-huh.
like a weird man, right? If
Yeah.
if this is just like at night, it says plus it says like bumfuck nowhere, Eastern Kentucky. This
Yeah.
could just be like the last gas station for like the next like 50 miles. So like
Mhm.
a whole bunch of like weird people come through. I'm sure
Yeah.
like your dad probably has a story about like some person wearing like all of their clothes on their person because they need some space in the car kind of thing. So maybe it's just like a weird encounter.
Yeah. That's how it feels to me. It's just like
Yeah.
kind of a strange and late night encounter.
Yeah.
I would say no menace to it.
Mm-mm.
I think the dad was completely safe the entire time.
Yeah.
Just weird interaction.
Yeah, just wanted some water, had a weird car,
Yeah.
kind of strange outfit.
Yeah.
Some of us are like this after 200 miles of driving.
It's true. And we don't know. I mean, we don't know what era it was. Like,
Mm-hmm.
is his dad old? Like, was it like in the era when suits and hats were the norm?
Yeah.
Or was it unusual
Yeah.
that he
So
had a suit and hat on?
maybe like because the suit was pointed out in the gray hat, well, maybe this
Yeah.
was a time where like people are not typically wearing suits and hats and this car.
Yeah. Or it's a time when it was so common to wear suits and hats, but they had to like match. So the fact it was like a gray hat, they were like, "Yo, this is
This
fucked." A normal fucking man would not be seen with a gray hat and a black suit.
exactly. There you know how like mobsters when they
Mhm.
robbed banks and then left their name on the wall like
Yeah.
Johnny
Like shot
Johnny
him with a Tommy
yeah.
gun. Yeah. Right.
Johnny Red Hat did this, and then
Yeah.
they'd be like 2 miles away, and the police are just like, "What can we do?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who could
they
that
were
be? No way
yeah,
of knowing.
they'd be styling and all that stuff, and this guy
Yeah.
was just like, he is not matching at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally true.
so
So
yeah, not scary. Just I think it was just the first time I'm going through this one that I'm just like, I hate the idea of clicking it.
yeah, the anticipation was there when you were reading it, but it
Yeah.
didn't have the payoff.
Yeah.
I'm with
It
you.
just it reminds me of like how some people wonder how people can be scared of like Junji Ito books,
Mhm.
where it's like for me it's like the anticipation of the page turn.
Right.
When I read a Junji Ito book, I turn from the bottom and then I let it peel because I'm not gonna go boom and it's like some like close up
Get
photo
hit
of
with the
like
whole thing, right?
yeah. So life hack:
Yeah,
peel that. Go slowly if
go
you're reading
slow.
Junji Ito.
Take your time.
Yeah. So that was the kind of feeling that I was getting of like, if I click it and there's gonna be a fucking image
Mm.
after, I'm going to kill you. The last image on this one was just like a farther view of the gas station.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
nice.
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 Potentially real.
Potentially real.
Here's one with no title.
Ooh.
So yeah, let's get right into it. Be
Yes.
me. Just graduated boot camp and checked into infantry school. First night in the holding barracks. I have 1 to 3 a.m. watch. Spooky. .jpg. Other Marine has front hatch. I have the back hatch. Just sitting on a chair with a small desk. Hear footsteps on the gravel every now and then and look outside and see nobody. This happens a few times. Halfway into my shift, hear voices outside. Hey, Firewatch, you got any smokes? Negative, no smokes here. I choke out. Silence. Air feels extremely cold. A few feet back from the doorway, see Marine in ERDL camo, face obscured. I am armed with nothing but a red lens flashlight. Shine light in doorway to get a better look. Figure is gone. Sense a lingering presence, a ghostly energy in the
Don't
room.
like this.
Extremely unsettled at this point. See movement from corner of eye. Pan the flashlight towards it. A shadowy silhouette stands a few feet away from the first pair of racks and footlockers. Freezing wind rustles through the room. Windows are closed. Heart pounding, I fix my gaze on the figure. ERDL camo faded, tattered. Still no clear facial features. My voice trembles. Who are you? The figure remains motionless, silent.
No.
Identify yourself, motherfucker. As I finish my sentence, the figure retreats, dissolving into the darkness. Saw some spoopy shit during Nightland Nav as well. So, just something a little odd.
Don't like that.
Yeah. How do we. Number one, is this real?
People see some shit sometimes.
People see some shit.
People
You're
see
up-
some shit.
You're up 1 to 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm with them. I wouldn't want that shift. That sounds like when weird shit happens.
Yeah, that's exactly when weird shit happens. I think
Yeah.
it's like I feel like a lot of these scenarios so far as like JD, get close to the mic. A lot of these scenarios so far are like times when you are like you would be like hyper aware.
Yeah.
Right? So you're already scared or like hyper aware. So
Yeah.
when you see something you're just kind of like already on the alert of like right?
You're primed.
So
you're ready. Yeah.
You're on night shift, you're like super weary of like maybe like you're not as weary of every sound anymore when you've been in it for a bit. So not every sound is gonna perk your attention, but this one was like, hello.
Yeah, and it's the first night in the barracks for this guy.
Yeah, so you're extra aware of every sound. You got to make sure that like a first night when you get out of it, everyone asks you like how you felt. You're just like, yeah, I had like a pretty okay time. I saw this, blah blah blah, and you're just like, you know, believable in the sense of that.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, whatever the case may be, whether ghosts exist or not, people see ghosts. There are, people.
Yeah.
So,
because the other option for this is just like it's a fucking person who is like just there and which does.
So that's the thing where like I don't know what ERDL camo is. Is that like an older era of camo? Maybe.
Oh,
so
maybe
it's like an anachronism. Like this guy shouldn't be wearing this anymore, kind of thing.
Yeah, like this guy's wearing a suit.
Yeah,
that's supposed to like signal like, oh, he's out of time.
This is strange.
Yeah,
What's
so maybe this type of camo indicates.
Right. I think a thread here is the clothes. So far, the clothes flag stuff is weird.
Yeah.
So.
Devil's in the details.
That's a little short one, but
yeah. I did like that. I think I am just I just hated it.
Yeah, getting through it, but but solid, it's short, sweet, to the point. Boom, boom, boom. Think I saw a ghost. Boom, done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick and easy. What did you think about it?
I liked it. Yeah, it's good. Setup, ghost.
Setup, ghost.
That's what you want. That's what you want.
Creature.
Yeah.
Good. Sometimes these things don't need a title, actually. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna go because we are people of submarines. We have manned a submarine before. You and me, Ben.
We're a crew.
We're a crew. We're a gang.
Shout out to our captain.
This one has a photo of a submarine. Once again, we're familiar. We
We know
know
our
what a
way
submarine.
around the hatch,
No,
as we call it,
we
in
know
the
how to get
submarine
around
game.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So white text, it says, so I guess it's time to drop this one. Been saving it for a while. Mood is right. Thread is spooky. And then we're entering the green text space. Be my grandfather. World War WW
Dub dub dos.
Dub World War II Gato Gato Cat class submarine crewman. Sub is out on patrol east of Japan somewhere, hunting some smallish Japanese Coast Guard ships. Everyone is deathly silent so as to not give away position to listening ships. I'm gonna back away just a little bit because I am getting a little spookied
You're
out,
scared? Okay.
a little scared. It is just 3 screens. Everyone is deathly silent so as to not give away position to listening ships. Suddenly, everyone hears whispering in Japanese. Okay. Obviously, no one could translate. He said, I hate this. Okay, he didn't say that. He said it sounded like a young man's voice, but some other voices, women and men, were whispering under the main voice in unison. Suddenly, the electricity goes out, absolutely dark. The whisper rises to a yell, then a scream. Screaming stops. Electricity comes back on. Everyone's scared shitless. Then everyone hears a long scraping all the way down from the hull from bow to stern. Wait. Then everyone Then everyone hears a long scraping all the way down the hull from bow to stern, as if fingernails were.
It's actually bow.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
As you should know, a submarine captain.
I was an intern on the submarine. I'm permanently intern. Anyway, from bow to stern, sorry, as if fingernails were trying to rip the metal hull apart. Keep in mind they are probably 200 feet deep at the moment. A week passes. They have sunk 2 small merchant ships and are headed back to refuel and get more torpedoes. We know this. He says they all hear a quiet singing in Japanese. Then something begins tapping on the hull to the beat of the singing. I showed him. God, I have to turn to the next page. Fuck, I hate.
Fish
Ben,
it out.
some feedback on this concept. I do have to look at images. Okay.
Okay, what do you
Fuck
say?
my life. God damn it. I hate this. Turn the page, JD.
Yeah, this.
God, fuck my life. I should do it on my phone. I'm going to do this
Yeah, do it on the phone. I mean, you'll still have to turn the page, but
then I can do it slowly. Fuck my life. If this is Ben, hold on. I literally can't do this. I'm sending this in the chat. Tell me if there's a scary photo in the last.
It's probably not. Are you sending this in
I hate this. Wait, hold
Discord?
on. Let me send it on Discord.
Oh no, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. I got it in Riverside, I think. All right. Is there a scary image on this last image?
On the last one.
It is only text, I promise.
Oh, God.
It's only text.
I trust Ben. Okay. All right. Back to this last part. He says they all hear quiet singing in Japanese, then something begins tapping on the hull to the beat of the singing. I showed him Twinkle Twinkle Little Star from the song Dead Space, and he says it was almost exactly like that, except in Japanese. Then back to green text. Some of the crewmen faint. Granddad said he felt extremely nauseous at this point. One of the officers has a heart attack. White text. He says he can't really explain the tension or the fright in those moments, but he has never been more scared in his life. He was trapped in a metal box hundreds of feet below the surface, tormented by Japanese water spirits. His words, not mine. And then back to green text. Once they were out of Japanese waters, they surfaced for air and let the crew stretch out. On the hull at the base, if the conning tower is a line of Japanese characters, some crewmen copy it on paper and translate it into black water, black ship, black souls, black curse. It says there were 4 parallel scratches along the starboard side, bow to stern. Bow to stern. Thoughts. I have accidentally scrolled through the comments, and
oh god,
some people are
that's the scary part for me.
Some people are like, maybe, toxic gas hallucination.
Yeah. Carbon monoxide poisoning.
Like and then someone's pointing out, like, not saying the story is BS, but if the electricity died on your submarine, the ship would have lost propulsion. So, not saying it's PS, but the boat would have rapidly sank. What if it was just the lights? What if the lights just went out?
Yeah, lights flickered. Maybe that seems possible to me. Maybe different systems. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a submarine guy.
Not a real submarine.
Not a real submarine guy.
Not a real
We're future
submarine.
submarine people. We're not past submarine people. We know how to work.
Yeah, I'm still an intern, so I don't really like.
I
don't know the full aspect of it, but yeah, this one is like. I just didn't want to see like a scary picture.
Yeah.
We don't have to edit that part out. We just have to show them, the truth behind Ice Cream Review Podcast.
JD, yeah, it's okay. So you got through it.
I did.
We found a way.
We found a way where there's a life finds a way.
Life finds a way.
And that is sending Ben the link and making him tell me if it's scary.
Yeah, that's the way. It got us there.
Yeah.
So on the is this real front? A little tougher for me to say.
Yeah.
Full believable. Yes. I feel like this is again all pre-existing biases that I have.
Yeah.
What I'm picturing, author of this, Dead Space references, bit of a nerd, dare I say, potentially a weeb. Okay. So I think maybe there was some pulling in of Japanese culture stuff that maybe the grandpa was not applying.
Yeah.
Maybe. Again, anonymous person. Who knows?
I get it, but from my reading of it, my very scared reading of it, like, okay, so maybe it's like, grandparents, they can tell weird stories to you, and then maybe it's the application of like, okay, it's World War II. They have some ideas about like Japanese culture, Japanese people, so they're like, oh, we heard some weird sounds, must have been like some sort of shit that the Japanese people are doing to our boats. We're already, once again, hyper aware of like our enemies, blah blah blah, and we have some ideas about like,
we're in a scary setting.
Yeah, so he's probably like, we went a little bit kooky on the toxic gas, and actually, who did it to us? The Japanese. Yeah. So maybe it is a combination of like Dead Space reference, weeb, and then like my grandpa fought in World War II. And this is a story he told, and I made the connection to some folklore.
Yeah, like the text thing. There was like that end, I think, had a hat on a hat for me, where it's like, this is maybe too much, right? Because you have like the message from the spirits.
Yeah, like Blackwater, Black Ship. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a little mystery there. What does it say? And then they find out. It's all right. And then they're like, and there were 4 claw marks in the side of the ship. Now, the 4 claw marks thing is where I call maybe weeb, because Japan has like a similar thing to like China, where they're like 4 is like an unlucky number. And so that was where my head went, was like, oh, he's trying to do like the number of death thing. So that's where Livy.
For me, I think if some sections were cut out, I'd be like, oh, this is kind of a little spookier than I was experiencing. Like maybe okay, if they just heard it one time, like they heard like the spooky sounds, the people's voices, and then like the scraping of the thing once, and then like resurfaced several weeks later, and they saw the scratches. Like the second repeat of it, where like they go sink a couple small ships, and then it happens again, and then like the Japanese characters written on it. I think it goes like, oh, okay, tone it, Grandpa, tone it down.
Yeah, Grandpa. So are we saying that like the claws happened maybe the first time, and then the second time the ghost was like, I need to be very fucking clear here?
Yeah, because the first time, that's when they hear the long scraping.
Yeah.
And then the week passes, and like maybe that's when the second set of like text came, right? So I think if they just had it like happen one time and then the scratches happen, it would be like, oh, maybe Grandpa was a little bit like toxified, but also very weird that there were like scratches on top, like blah blah blah. But then they added like, oh, Japanese text translates to Blackwater, Black Ship, blah, blah, blah. Like I think that's a little bit of like come on now, fella.
I think we're on the same page there.
Yeah.
So, overall, not terrible, but
I think I think this would be like cool movie. Concept, right? Like, ooh.
Yeah, haunted submarine. I'm here for it. I'm bad about it.
Yeah. Are there any like haunted submarine movies? Like,
good question.
Yeah, like that would be like cool because like you can't escape it,
Yeah,
right? We need to get on some like haunted space stations.
yeah.
Um
That's again with Dead Space. So,
for Dead
which
Space, is it like um someone just haunted it, someone died,
you
some
well,
brought up a thing?
it's not like a ghost,
Uh-huh.
but it's like an alien virus is taking over people's like bodies,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of like maybe kind of a elder gods unknowable alien deity thing where it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like Lovecraftian body horror. um Pretty sick, honestly. Maybe not for
Gross.
you. Yeah,
That's gross.
yeah, it is gross.
Disgusting. But yeah, we need to get into the space of like haunted submarines, haunted space
Yeah,
stations. Someone brought like a cursed artifact to space to be like, oh, I was the first ever person to bring this box to outer space, but turns
yeah.
out you fucking brought a creature in there, and now you're
Mm,
like all being haunted on this spaceship.
yeah,
You can't run. You can't exit the
yeah,
villa.
yeah. That's Alien too. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
we got some great contained space horror out
yeah.
there and sci-fi horror.
Maybe the ghost pops out of your stomach, but it doesn't hurt you at all because it's just a ghost.
It's a ghost.
Yeah.
It's
So
possible. Yeah, yeah,
mm.
like a Victorian. So you're thinking like a Victorian horror kind of thing, but like
Yeah,
on a spaceship. Okay.
yeah. So like, oh my god, did you just see the like the guy? Did you see just see a man with a candle and like a sleepy time hat like
Yeah.
walk through the walk from the space station section
Hmm.
that is the from the U.S. section to like the Japanese section? Did you just see a fucking Victorian man?
There you go. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm here for it.
Yeah, because then
Yeah,
you'd be like, is it funny or is it scary? Because
yeah.
like ghost in a closed space, you can't kick the ghost out of here. It's just gonna come through the wall and come
Right.
back.
You can't like exercise it. Like, what are you gonna do?
Where's it gonna
You're
fucking
basically
go?
you can't do salt around it because you're in the ocean. It's already salt around it.
Yeah, so like
Yeah,
you're fucked. Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah. So submarine,
Good setting.
you if you do a submarine one, that's
Mm.
kind of extra
There's some
scary.
ideas for us because we will be sending this episode to ourselves in the mail, so it's copyrighted.
Exactly. TM TM TM. After everything I
Yeah,
said, everybody, TM 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 TM, and then like a
that's right.
C copyright. So
Yeah, haunted submarine. Put in the books.
put in the
Um,
box, slam it in
I
there.
I think I see my next two stories look like they're both Oregon stories, which is interesting. And Kismet. Oregon has kind of a spooky reputation, I would say,
Yeah.
as somebody who lives in Oregon. I love it.
Self
Great,
docs.
great state. Um, a friend of my dad's would. Okay, so here's a little preamble for the green text. A friend of my dad's would babysit me sometime when I was little. Mom wasn't in the picture, and he used to tell me stories to me that scared the absolute shit out of me to this day. And here we go. Dad's friend, I'll call him Bob, is driving a rig out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, Oregon. Has to make delivery by the following morning, so he decides to just drive through the night. It's like 1 in the morning. No one else is on the roads. Hasn't seen another car in probably 100 miles. He is literally in the middle of nowhere. Suddenly, the whole entire sky lights up, instantly like daylight. Bob fucking slams on the brakes, has no idea what the hell is going on. Everything stays lit for a good solid 10 seconds. He can see everything. Whatever's happening, it's not lightning. It doesn't stop or flicker at all. Bob hunkers down, anticipating imminent nuclear devastation. Suddenly, the sky goes dark again. There's no sound, no blast wave. He sits there in the middle of the road for almost 5 minutes, then decides to keep going. Figures it was a meteor or something. Goes about 2 miles up the road and sees a car with its flashers on stopped in the middle of the road. Stops a good distance from it. There's not enough room to go around it. Front end of the car is crumpled like it hit something. Bob figures they probably hit a deer that spooked whenever the meteor went over and ran into the road. He gets out of the cab and goes to see if the driver is okay. Driver is sitting on the ground. God damn it. I was building it up. Fuck me. Driver sitting on the ground by the driver's side door, has his knees up and is resting his head on his arms. Hey, buddy, you okay? Bob calls. We're professionals, JD.
Sorry.
He stops about 10 feet away for seemingly no reason. Something about the whole situation feels weird. Bob is one of those guys who always listens to his gut, so he stays put.
Stop
God.
laughing. Stop
Okay.
it.
God, my head is killing me, the guy says, but he doesn't lift his head up, so it's muffled. Did you hit a deer? He's getting more and more uneasy. Something's wrong. He still can't figure out what exactly it is. The guy says he thinks he might have hurt his head, asks Bob to please help him. Bob takes a step forward, but his instincts are going apeshit. He looks at everything again. That's when he notices it. The fucking car is all wrong. It looks like what someone thinks a car looks like. It has all the right pieces, but there's nothing extra, if that makes sense. Bob says it looked like a cheap Hot Wheels knockoff. It just looked wrong. He looks around at the back of the car and realizes that not only is there no license plate, there's not even a trunk. It's just one solid piece of material with taillights put in it. There's no manufacturer or model names. Bob knows cars, and this thing is nothing he's ever seen before. From where he's standing, he can see that there's no tailpipe or even hubcaps.
What the fuck?
It's just the shape of a car. I'm sorry, but I just thought of like a fucking Cybertruck. When he said like no logo, and I was like,
man, I shit you not.
God
I wrote early Tesla.
Right? I was like, fuck me. Ran into the goddamn the Musk lab out there.
That guy in the car was fucking Elon Musk.
It was fucking Elon Musk. He found Elon. Yeah, I'd be fucking scared too if I found that freak in the middle of the night.
Shit.
Nah, I'm leaving you, homie.
He was shitting on the ground bed.
Little did he know. He starts to back up, and the guy asks him for help again. Bob tells him he can't help him, and that he'll call a tow truck when he gets to the next town. The guy lifts his head and looks at Bob. Tells him he thinks he might have a concussion. Something is really wrong with the guy's face. But again, it takes a second for Bob to figure it out. The next part is exactly how Bob described it. Everything on the man's face was where it should have been in their normal positions. He looked totally normal, except for the fact that his eyes and mouth were upside down. Bob goes apeshit and sprints back to his rig. Climbs in, locks the doors this time, just in time for the man to slam into the door behind him. How the fuck did he get there so fast?
I hate that.
He knocks on the glass and smiles at Bob, but because his mouth is upside down, it looks like he's screaming. Tells Bob to open the door so he can come in. Bob fucking floors it.
I hate this.
Doesn't care if he hits the guy. His truck easily pushes the car out of the way.
Cybertruck.
The Cybertruck out of the way. Whatever it is, it's light and makes no sound when it hits it. Cybertruck. This piece of junk falls apart. Unfortunately, it's an anticlimactic ending. Bob got where he was fine, with no other problems. My dad knows the story, but I don't think he believes it. But Bob tells it to everyone he meets, and so he obviously does. He's absolutely adamant about the guy being an alien. Years later, I heard about the Thatcher effect, and nearly had a fucking heart attack when I saw it. I showed one of those pictures to Bob, and he wouldn't even look at it. He says it's exactly what the guy looked like. Pick very much related. And here,
no, Ben, fuck off!
I will insert this image into the episode. Okay, I'm gonna share it. I'm sharing the link into Discord for my own purposes. Do not click on it. Okay. It is for me. It's for editing purposes. But I think I have to put it in there. It's pretty weird to look at, I will say. It's uncomfortable.
I hate it.
I'm going to close out of this image.
I hate it, actually.
Yeah, something about the human brain was just like, the eyes are upside down. I don't care for it.
I don't
Why is the mouth like that? It's weird.
I don't like this. Okay, listen. Okay, yeah. Recovery from shitting on the ground and Tesla and early Tesla. I don't like, there's something about like the speed of somebody running, right? Like turning around, closing and just in time. Like that's amazing. Just in time, closing the door, and it's right behind you, begging you to let it in.
Yeah, yeah.
Terrifying.
I think that's a classic go-to trope for a reason. I think it's pretty effective. That's like not what you want to have happen. So something is like supernaturally fast when you are like, I need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that part. I send a shiver down my spine. Disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when stuff moves way too fast when you don't expect it, it's just like actually disgusting. God. Okay. Listen.
Yeah.
Let's go with Bob for a second.
Mm-hmm. Bobby.
This is a real story. Bobby, it's a real story. What is the aliens? Okay, if it was an alien, okay? We know aliens is just kind of abducting people, kind of showing up places, landing their ships, making designs on the fields. What is the intent of this one?
It's an interesting question. We don't know. I mean, it's very adamant about getting in the truck with him, getting a ride.
Yeah. What is it trying to do?
What does it want?
Yeah, it's like ride? Is this a very like weird one where it's like, take me to your leader, but I'm going to kidnap you and make you drive me to your leader?
Yeah, right.
Because I didn't charge my Tesla, so someone has to drive me to your leader.
Yeah, this is also one where it's like I think even without the upside down eyes and mouth, if I like had something like this happen to me where somebody was like, "Let me in your car," hey man, let me in your car, and then they just like ran up the car, you'd still be like, "Fuck this!" Like,
Yeah, you don't have to look silly.
yeah,
If you
they
just
could be looking like this, coming up at you,
yeah,
Mr. Honk Shoe, and you'd still be like, fuck this shit, I'm out."
they could look like
Yeah,
Slayful Matrix, and I'd still be like, get the
no, don't
I'm
touch my
running
fucking
away from
car.
them.
Ugh, ugh.
I hate that. Don't ever run at anybody like that. That's like no.
Yeah, yeah.
Against the law.
Gets a lot, and especially not towards or near caves or in caves.
Get out of caves, everybody.
Get out of caves.
Don't go
That's
into a submarine unless you're like legally qualified to do it
Yeah.
and stuff. Bad.
Yeah. So is it real? Do I believe Bob could think this happened, or could believe this happened? Believe that Bob is telling the truth about what he thinks happened?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I
believe
think
that.
Bob believes it.
Yeah.
God, that's so bad. I hate it. Bob, if that really happened to you,
Sorry, Bob.
I'm
That
so
sounds
sorry. You had to
disturbing, man.
Sorry you had to see the earliest model of the Cybertruck. Sorry you got attacked by seemingly Elon Musk.
Yeah.
I hate that. I'm glad you got in there like just in time and fucking pedaled to the metal.
Yeah. Maybe he's like, I need to tweet. I need to tweet, man. Let me in the car,
Let me in.
please.
I need a
Let
tweet.
me see your phone. I just need to tweet, please. I mean, what do we call it anymore? I don't
need a
even know.
Zeet.
Zeet.
I need a Zeet real bad. And the person, Bob's just like, what the fuck is Zeeting?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, open the door. I need to be transphobic.
Yeah. I haven't said something hateful in over 5 minutes, man. I just need to get in that fucking car right now.
Oh, I need to abandon another child.
I can't do an Elon Musk voice. It's a weird little South African accent.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't know what Elon Musk sounds like.
That's for the best.
I've seen him moving his face.
Yeah.
You know,
Good enough.
as one does.
More than you need
And no, I don't. I don't really think I need to hear his voice. And Ben, just to like preempt my story, can you just like look at this one and see if there's any pictures?
Oh yeah, we're doing here is normal picture clearance on this story. Make sure that there are no scary pictures. All right, number 1, JD, I want you to be aware of. We got a little cottage up top.
Check.
Slide 2, you're clear. No images. Slide 3, clear. Slide 4, we do have an image, but I would like you to know that it's. Can I just say it's not scary? I don't want to spoil what the image is, but I want to promise you, not a scary thing in sight.
Not a scary thing.
Not a scary thing in sight.
I'm Gucci galore. Okay, cool. So you're basically like the king's like poison tester.
Yeah, basically.
The king's poison tester is sleepy honk shoe man.
Honk shoe.
Okay. You may have seen some of the text already, but it's fine. It's fine. We don't speed read here. You just wanted to look at the images. Okay, so this one is from October 2023. This one, I picked this one because I saw the first line, which was, can we post ones that aren't paranormal but are still spooky? So I think some of the things, what some people will be like, why would you be scared of ghosts when real people are around? And I'm like, that's so true, but I'm also still scared of them. Like,
why add more?
Yeah, like people can have like multitudes. I can love scary stories and look into them.
No limit on scary stuff in the world, man.
Exactly.
It doesn't exist to not scare you.
Exactly. Like, come on. Okay. Green text time. 15. Go to grandmother's one day to do some gardening. On the way, see this old woman in her 80s trying to cut ivy above her front door with garden shears. Can't reach and can barely hold the shears. Tell her if she can hold on a couple of hours, I'll do it for her on the way back. Suspicious, and I don't have the most welcoming face. Asks me if my dad's called Billy. He is. Not surprised she knew me because me and him really look alike, and complete strangers who know him have stopped me in the street to ask if he's my dad. Once I confirm it, she seems much more comfortable and accepts my offer. Goes back a couple of hours later, only takes about 10 minutes to do everything. Let her know I'm finished and I'm heading home. She's made me a cup of tea. Finnish people love tea. Oh, we know. Explain my parents are waiting for me and I have to get back. It's only a cup of tea. Feel sorry for her because maybe she has no company, except on the condition I can call my parents and let them know I'm going to be late. She agrees, but insists she call them because she hasn't spoke to my mum with a U for ages, and I can drink my tea. He seems fair, gives her the
Sure.
number. She makes the call and starts conversation with my mum, sitting in the living room waiting for tea to cool. Glance around like you do in new places. Yeah, phone is on a little table just outside living room opposite where I am. Notice something. Excuse me? Who are you talking to? Phone doesn't even have a wire on it to plug in anywhere. Gives me the most menacing look and hangs up. Fuck this. Barge my way out while she keeps apologizing me and telling me I haven't finished my tea. Nah, fuck that. Get home. Tell parents about it. Dad asks if she's called Doris. She is. Turns out she poisoned her parents and brother. Didn't die. And was in some nut place for years. All right, fella. No scary pictures. Oh God. Okay. Had a real vendetta against my dad because my dad beat her son up when they were like 8. And then white text. Who knows what was in that tea, bros? That is.
Hmm.
I I do hate this
Yeah.
because it's like, okay, believability. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people just do have a lot of vengeance in them.
Hmm.
Vengeance and revenge.
Yeah. Some people are petty.
Some people are always petty. The first
Yeah.
comment I will say is says from Clowntown 44 weeks ago.
Mm.
Piss. It was piss.
Okay.
Okay, Clowntown.
Yeah.
Piss. It was piss.
Piss
Listen.
was piss.
Okay. Listen. Poison. Piss.
Piss.
If this was happening to you, poison or piss? Because
Yeah.
like, okay, you didn't drink poison, but you drank piss. You know,
Yeah, that's not great. I mean, look, I would pick.
warm
I still.
piss.
Do we know what the poison is?
No.
Do we know what it does? Okay.
Piss,
Gotta go with the piss.
poison.
Then. You gotta go with the piss. I mean,
Confirmed. Ben would drink the piss.
I would drink the piss.
Guys, clip this. Hey, chat, clip this. Ben would drink the piss over poison.
Get over poison. Include that.
No. Ben would
Piss,
drink
not
the piss.
poison. That's what I'm saying here. Yeah.
Sorry, he said he would drink the piss. Out of context. JD, future JD, clip this. Ben would drink the piss.
Yeah. All right.
Ben is
Timestamp.
drinking the piss. Timestamp right now.
Right now.
Ben would drink the piss. Make a weird. Here's my weird gesture to remember that he would drink the piss. If I see this in the clips, I just be like, I know that 30 seconds ago Ben said he would drink the piss.
Never answering a question again on the damn show. Look what happens.
Piss or poison? Ben would drink the piss. Okay.
There we
All
go.
right, Mr. Piss Drinker. I think. Listen, I think that Ice Cream Mimi podcast has a bit of a different energy when it's at night. I think
so. Apparently, we're.
It's people shit on the ground. Ben would drink piss.
Yeah. All right.
I'm afraid of images.
Ice Cream Mimi After Dark. A much different show.
It's a much different show. We're in outfits. We listen. Where else would you get a podcast and a YouTube video where people put on a little outfit and drink piss?
All right.
Anyway, what did we think of this story?
Before the piss, it was a lot easier to take it seriously.
Yeah, Clowntown, you just the greatest moment on the podcast so far.
Yeah.
Not when Ben said shitting on the ground.
Congrats to you, Clowntown.
When Ben said he would drink the piss. Okay.
All right.
Anyway,
So,
revenge story.
Revenge.
Okay, so she did what? She poisoned her parents and her brother. So assuming she was like the last person there. But also it says like brother didn't die. So like
Right, and she
brother
has kids,
abandoned her.
apparently, that like are fully adults that
Yeah, so like if
the dad beat up.
if it was poison,
Yeah.
she just killed a Stop laughing. I'm trying to get through this seriously.
Yeah.
If it was poison, she's going to jail. Even if she's like, what is it? 80?
Yeah, right, that's illegal. Can't do
80s. She's still going to jail.
that. Yeah, you still can't poison kids. That's not allowed.
Okay, like,
Yeah.
listen.
Sorry.
Listen, as much as like I fucking hate that. Okay, listen. Also, because she probably poisoned her parents and her brother before the kid's dad beat up her child.
Timeline wise, that would make more sense. I think yes.
Yeah, so then like she already poisoned someone before. Like I would get it. So maybe oh god, I can't defend this lady. Like indefensible stuff. Like
you're pro this lady. You're trying to wrangle pro this lady.
Yeah, I'm trying to just be like
yeah.
I'm trying to become her lawyer just for a second. Like maybe like
yeah.
I don't know. Lady, I can't defend you right now.
I don't know. Not everyone needs. Sometimes the devil doesn't need an advocate, JD.
I can't advocate for you right now. I can't even be like girl power. You know, girl, you poisoned your parents and your sibling.
Yeah. And you made a boy drink poison or piss.
Poison/piss.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, lady, as a person who loves their parents and their brother, I just wouldn't do that. But also, I just wouldn't like poison someone's son or you know.
Don't have siblings, wouldn't poison my parents.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
See, Ben doesn't even have siblings. Doesn't have to think about, ma'am, get it together.
Yeah. If I did, wouldn't
do it.
I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on that limb. Yeah.
Girl, either way, whatever was in that tea, don't do that shit. You're going to jail.
Yeah. Illegal. All right.
All right. Moving on for piss tea.
Moving on. From piss tea. Timestamp it. Then we'll drink
JD,
the piss.
Here's the shape. Then we'll drink the piss.
All right, we're beginning with some preamble here. So I'm in the mountains of Oregon, very remote. Hadn't seen a soul for hours. One road in, one road out, 50 miles from any town. Pure wilderness. Park at this pull-off, go to the creek, and do some fishing, beer drinking, and gold panning. Oh! Didn't realize we had a prospector in town. Hello.
Next outfit, prospectors.
Yeah. Did a little research on USGS on my quest for gold, and that's how I ended up in this area. I'm fishing about 2 beers deep. I hear a woman scream, "Help!" Mind you, I ain't seen a person like all day. I look up. I see her on the other side of the creek. Wearing fucking rags. Dirty as shit. Looks like she's been out here for months or years. Initially, I thought, yep, this is a missing person or a lost hiker. Adrenaline kicks in. Very shallow and passable creek. I go to cross. Anon is going to save the day. Then my gut tells me that something is off, and I stop dead in my tracks. I yell back, "I've got my car just up the hill. Let's get you out of here." She stares back blankly. No response. Doesn't seem happy to see another human. Not overjoyed to be rescued. Nothing. Zero response. Literally just staring back blankly. I yell again, "Do you need a ride back to town?" Still no response. Just staring, looking right through me. I fucking look behind me, thinking she sees something, but nope. Nothing there. Just my car up the hill. She screams again, "Help! Help!" Yet again, "I can get you to town. You need to come this way." "Can you cross? Are you injured?" Super shallow creek, knee deep at most, very slow moving water. Still nothing. Just keep staring. Now I'm creeped out. I yell, "Hello! If you need help, I can get you back to town," while signaling with my hands to come here towards safety. Dude, out of nowhere. She just turns around and sprints off deeper into the woods. I pack my shit and fucking leave as fast as I can. That person didn't need help. Rescue was 10 yards away, and she never responded to anything I was saying. There's a 10 out of 10 chance that she was trying to rob me or lead me to my death. After some research, I found out that there are multiple reports of this sort of thing happening in the wilderness. A glowing orb, a feral human, or anything really, trying to provoke you to chase it deeper into the forest, only for you to go missing yourself. That's it. How are we feeling?
I don't like that. I don't like hearing sounds. The stories where it's like, I heard a sound in the woods. I'm just like, then get the fuck out the woods, weirdo.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of there.
Woods? Yeah.
Get the hell out of the fucking woods. And then my first thought, if I see someone like kind of like in like messed up clothes in the woods, I'm just kind of like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Lost?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like some help across the creek? Like because I am who I am, a little, I'd be like, I can turn back. If you just stay here, please, for the love of God, just stay here. Yeah. I'll call somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But then I still would just not turn my back on them. No.
Yeah, right.
I'd just be like, just in case you like have some sort of magical power to jump over this fucking creek, I'm gonna back away.
Right.
As I'm calling someone, I just be like, okay, just stay over here. But then if it just keeps staring at me, I just be like, maybe you can't hear me,
Mm.
you know?
Yeah.
But then once it gets to the point of just like, this is a little weird,
Yeah.
I think I think I'd be a little scared of running. Because what if they're just as fast as me or faster than me?
That's right. We come back to faster than you. I
Yeah.
mean, generally, if something's faster than you,
You're
never
fucked.
ideal. You're fucked. I
You're fucked.
mean, depending on how fast. Like, there's obviously you might have a slight chance to outrun it, but if we're talking like a big differential here, you're pretty fucked.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. So what do we think on the real scale?
Um, real scale, like if it could just be like a weird person who's trying to like rob you in the middle of the woods,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that seems real,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's
Anything
possible.
can
I mean,
happen.
it can
What if they
happen.
just really needed it and you seemed like you had like cash on you, something like that?
Yeah. Yeah. Then maybe they want your fishing gear. Who knows? I
Yeah,
mean,
people need
yeah.
to. You got some ropes on you. I need to like fix up something I have in the woods. But then if
Yeah.
it's like, like, like there are some stories where it's like, like a thing like mimics voices, tries
Mm-hmm.
to lure you deeper in the woods to make you lost. Like maybe doesn't even like want to like rob you or like steal your soul, but just wants you to be lost. Like that's their goal,
Yeah.
is to make you lost in the woods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like,
Yeah. I
yeah,
think they kind of tie it into that too, right? With like the whole like floating orbs,
yeah.
these things that kind of want to draw you deeper in the woods. I think. How do you feel about them looping that in directly as a storyteller thing
I think it's too like,
on the nose?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
like the submarine one where it's like you're looping into the explanation. I like it when a story, like obviously like you're watching a movie, you want it to be like solved or like at least have some explainable thing in the end. But sometimes I feel
Mm-hmm.
like stories online like these, it feels much more like interesting and a little bit scary to me if like I absolutely don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah. I think maybe we remove that like comparison to like other stuff. I think.
yeah, because then we
Yeah.
could come to it on our own conclusions
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
then be like creeped out by it, like a little bit of ambiguity.
Yeah. I like a little mystery.
Yeah, like the the gas station one. We're just kind of like, what does any of that mean? But also like we made up a little story on our own. Maybe it's just a
Yeah.
bit of a guy who's just dressed funny, but then I don't know,
Yeah.
like maybe that does like help some people who like have no idea like what it could be.
Right.
But I think
That's true.
I
Yeah.
think maybe they could have even figured that out without it. But adding it is a little bit too on the nose of just like, maybe then I could be like, this is fake. You had this idea because like you know this thing.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Getcha.
yeah, I did like that one. I don't like the idea of you like in a scary encounter, like you saying
Mm-hmm.
something into something and then not like replying to you, like that
Yeah.
the one with the special camo outfit, just like,
Right.
who are you? What are you doing here? And just backing away
Nothing.
from you.
The response. Yeah.
Yeah. Scary.
Yeah. Effective.
Effective. I think it was good and with if I don't really think about like, oh, and then this reminds me of XYZ.
Yeah.
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 I like it.
Nice.
Would you, if you're chilling out in the woods by
Yeah.
yourself, fishing,
Mhm.
doing some stuff, trying to
Shouldn't be doing that,
what is
but,
it, like geocaching, something like that?
Yeah. Panning for gold.
Yeah, penning for gold. Not
Yeah.
not fool's gold, not pyrite,
It's
but
the real stuff.
the real
folks.
stuff.
Yeah.
And this happens to you, like, what is your first thing that you're doing? Like for me, I'd just be like, "Are you good?" And then like, "Do you need
Yeah.
help?"
I feel like
yeah.
his reaction was, I think, believable, kind of like offering help.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
probably I would do more or less the same thing. I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, you good? Yeah, my car's over here. We can, or you can wait here. We can call someone. We can get someone here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Ben, it doesn't respond. Like the person doesn't respond to you.
Yeah. Yeah. If they didn't respond and then ran back in the woods, I'd probably leave it there.
Yeah, I'd just be like,
I wouldn't
well,
say,
I
okay.
tried.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, they didn't want my help, so I just.
Yeah, I think like for me, like I'd be weirded out, but also then I'd be like, and also like I told somebody,
Yeah.
I told the authorities, I'd be like, hey, just saw somebody in
Yeah.
the woods.
Mhm. Yeah, it wouldn't be. Yeah, but not necessarily. Not my job to go chasing people into the woods.
Yeah, I'd tell somebody
No.
else. Like,
Yeah, somebody else can do that,
yeah, they can
or
they
not,
can go
or they can
miss.
say that they will, or whatever.
Yeah, they're like, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll look into it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Write down your number so we can call you when we find something else.
Of course, we'll get right back on that.
Oh yeah,
No problem.
we'll get on that. We'll send someone out there in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like there could be a woman in the woods who maybe didn't hear me when I asked her for help or didn't understand me, but now you're just like, this person's a fucking weirdo. Write down their number so that when next time we get a call from them, we don't respond.
We ignore it. Exactly. Yeah. That's what happens when you try. No, please try to help people.
Try. If you see someone in the woods, like, perhaps don't assume that they're a weirdo, and just go be like, if they might need help. Yeah. They might have been out there for so long that they don't necessarily know how to respond to these things anymore. So,
read the vibe. Best effort to help if they look like they need help.
Yeah, and maybe if you are in the woods by yourself, hopefully someone knows that you're there, and what time, and when you're leaving. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so lots of safety tips on this episode.
Real outdoorsy, some of them are not, but
yeah, we've got a lot of outdoor tips for people who love to be inside.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why we're inside, because we don't want to do that stuff that's outside.
That's a big part of it.
Exactly.
Inside kids.
Oh. My turn. I've moved to my phone because I did fucking hate scrolling through green text. Followed by Ben. Slay.
That's me.
That's you in the corner. Bill Gates has a stunt double.
Drinking on my piss tea.
Ben is drinking piss tea. New opening of this. This one's just Bill Gates has a stunt double who gets tortured every day in hopes that the karmic debt being 0 when he dies. that's my one. Okay. I'm trying to stay away from any of them. It's just like, in my house or like in my neighborhood.
Oh yeah, you want a different setting. I feel it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. UFOs in Oklahoma. I don't like the ones that are like an animal started talking. I don't.
Yeah, those are. It's a scary concept.
All right, another one that just says fake and gay. Slay. This one. I'm gonna send this one. Do you have your phone with you?
I can hold my phone. Go for it.
I'm gonna send this to you. And then you just review the images and let me know if it's scary. For people at home, it's this one. It's got those birthday. This one's birthday related.
Well, I don't care for this image at the very front.
The children.
Similar image on slide 2. Final image is a image of food stuff.
Food stuff.
Not scary food stuff.
We're back in here. Yeah. Ben hates children. Ben said he hated the first photo. There's children.
They're creepy. They're not. That's not natural.
Ben calls kids creepy.
They're creepy kids, and I'm gonna call it like it is here. Okay, that's how it's gonna be.
Guys, Ben drinks piss and calls kids creepy.
I've done both things. I can't argue that I haven't. So
I'm telling you, I think we have a podcast at night.
It's a little different, folks.
It's a little different. I just want to pod at night.
The bad boys are out tonight.
The worst man is out tonight, and his name is Ben. I'm an innocent man. Okay. I'm media trained, Ben. Okay.
Yeah, all right. I'm not gonna catch JD slipping anymore.
Not JD. No more threatening people on the podcast because I am a pop star.
Weaponize JD now.
We can get sponsors or get canceled. So those are our two options, Ben.
Very demure.
Very demure.
Very mindful.
Notice how I didn't say anything on the podcast. Ben in our new era. Anyway, done being demure. We've got like demure, we've got devious Ben. Okay. So this one has no date associated with it. Okay, so green text, it's my 6th birthday. Mom decides to throw me a massive birthday party, invites everyone in my street and some people from my school. House is literally packed full. I'm getting a little bit of Jeff birthday. Is someone gonna get someone's sibling
Jeff
gonna get
Killer
bullied.
birthday.
Yeah, so sibling
Yeah.
gonna get bullied and set on fire or something like that. At
Mhm.
least in the version that I remember. Okay. Birthday is in the middle of the summer, so we had a pool, a bouncy castle, and just about everything. I'm tearing through the presents. Mom says it's time to cut the cake. Fucking chocolate cake. Fuck yeah. Go out into the
Mhm.
back garden with some friends to eat it, sitting at the back of the garden facing towards the house, loving the fuck out of this cake and laughing with some mates. M and an 8. Feel a massive hand grab my shoulder. I hate this. Squeal a little, jump out of my skin and drop the cake. Um, Turn around. There's a grown man through the fence that has his hand on me.
Mm. That's
How
creepy.
tall
Okay.
is this man? And how?
How tall is this fence?
Yeah. Okay. Turn around. There's a grown man through the fence that has his hand on me. Tall as fuck, chubby as fuck, and smelled like bo even through the fence. How tall is this fence, bud? Hey, you. All my friends are just frozen, staring at him. Some girl asks who he is, ignores her completely, and keeps focused on me. Do you know Anon? This is his party, right? Fucking scared as shit. Stranger danger out the ass. Idiot friends points out I'm Anon. About to run when he grabs my arm through the fence and tells me to wait. Begin noping, tell him to let go. Friends run off, scared as shit. He pushes a small box up to me. He pushes a small box up next to me with his other hand. Keeps screaming about he should let me go. Starts to sound angry, telling to take it, basically forcing it against me. Grab it, and he lets me go. Look back, and he's fucking gone. Mom comes running over with a bunch of other parents. Keeps asking me about what happened. Don't know what to tell her. Just that he gave me a box. Grabs it from me, opens it, and looks inside. She starts tearing up, closes it, and goes inside the house with some of the parents following her and asking her what's wrong. 12 years later, she and my dad decided to show me what was in the box. She kept it hidden away in the attic. It's a picture of a man and a letter and an ultrasound picture. Read the letter, makes no sense, and says sorry for not being there. Refers to me as son. They say it's from my dad, my real dad. I was adopted because he was apparently not fit enough to raise me, and my real mother died at birth. This is just That's a little bit sad,
Hmm.
actually. This
That's a
one's
sad
just
one.
sad,
Yeah.
actually.
Believable and sad. That's
Yeah, believable and sad, because I think that would happen. Guys, that would
yeah,
happen.
that could happen. Well,
Yeah.
all right. Sorry, man.
Sorry, man.
That's rough. Yeah.
That's rough. Well, I guess I'm good that they told you about what really happened so you don't have like a terrible scary story. But sucks that it just turns out to just be a sad story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anon.
It's the one time you see your dad. Yeah. Not
That's sad.
sad, man. Well, all right. What do you say? I feel like we can't leave it there, so let's do one more round.
One more. We can't just end. We can't have just bullied Ben through the episode and ended on a sad note.
No.
No.
So one more each, or
One more for you.
one more for me. All right.
All right.
I have a good feeling about this one.
God, I hate this already.
Well, I just read the first line.
Oh God.
I don't know. Okay, one.
No.
Don't know if I have a good feeling about this one anymore.
Okay.
Order some Domino's because I'm a fat fuck. A lovely cheese pizza just for me. Breadsticks too because why not? Pay online and request the delivery guy to leave it at the doorstep. Social anxiety. Guy actually texts dropping off my single loser meal. Text says I left your pizza next to the garden gnome. What? I don't have a fucking garden gnome on my porch. Open front door and find pizza box open. One slice missing. Tiny little footprints leaving the porch and down the apartment stairs. They disappear into the bushes. I've been gnomed. My face one. Photo of a gnome. Week passes. We're not done yet. I ordered Domino's again. This time, I wait outside. Social anxiety be damned. This is my pizza. I've got to protect it from the gnomes.
He's not gonna get his shit jacked.
Sit at my little table porch, scrolling through my phone, I start to feel watched. Never experienced anything like this before. Closest thing I can liken it to is when you're leaving a room and you turn the lights off, but you feel something at your back. Sensation doesn't go away. Hear rustling in the bushes downstairs. Probably just a cat. Gets pretty violent though. The bushes look like someone is literally shaking them. Hoping a neighbor comes out to sees this shit. No dice. Finally, pizza arrives and the bushes stop shaking. Pay the delivery guy and rush inside. Try to shake off the spoops. Put a few episodes of Quantum Leap on and devour my entire pizza.
What's a leap?
That's what's up, boy. Go to bed in the morning. Find my porch trashed. My little table is knocked over. Chair is wrecked. Door looks like it's been scratched all to hell. Huh, probably those darn cats I heard in the bushes last night. But inside I know. Gnomed yet again.
Inside he gnomes.
Inside he know.
Inside he gnomes.
Another week passes. Things have gotten kind of bad. First, I started hearing knocks on my door. I checked to find no one there. This turned into taps on my bedroom wall as I slept. That turned into constant tapping in the walls of any room I would be in. As the week progresses, the tapping and knocks get more annoying, and they get louder. My neighbor even pulls me aside to tell me that I'm making a lot of noise at night and his kids can't sleep. It's definitely not me, but I tell him I'll keep it down. By the time I'm calling up Domino's for my Friday night pizza binge, the tapping is actually unbearable.
Oh my God.
I'm ordering a large cheese, as usual, with a scratching at my door like a dog trying to get in. There's a tapping in the wall behind me, too, as I place my order. When I'm done, I hang up the phone and make my way outside. Tapping stops as I open the door and take a seat on my ruined chair on the porch. Wait for the pizza guy to come. All quiet on the Western Front. Eerily quiet. First time I've heard quiet in a while. I make a decision right then and there. The delivery guy shows up. I take the pizza from him and immediately pull out a slice and drop it carefully at my feet and say, "All right, that one's yours." Pizza guy looks around to figure out who I'm talking to. I pay him, and he hurries off nervously. I go inside with my portion of the cheese pizza and sit down on the couch. This is the first time in 2 days that the fucking apartment has been quiet at all. I soak it in for a moment. Then I put on some Quantum Leap, and I dig into the cheesy goodness. A few minutes into stuffing my face, I hear a soft tap at the door. God damn it. I get up and open the door knowing I won't find anyone, and I don't. "What do you want? I left you a slice." Look down and notice something. There are a bunch of little mushrooms piled all together on my doorstep. Pick related is one of them. And it's a little mushroom. Figure it's a thank you from the gnomes. Scoop up the mushrooms and decide to eat them with my pizza because I have no regard for my health. Before I do, I snap a picture and send it to my friend to see if he knows what they are. In the meantime, I'm snacking on them with some pizza. Eat about 3 or 4, realizing they taste kind of like shit, and put them aside. After a bit, Quantum Leap starts to look really fucking weird. In fact, the entire room looks strange. Text message from friend who reveals that my gift was in fact a pile of psychedelic mushrooms. Planned on going to bed early since I have work tomorrow at 6 a.m. Instead, I trip balls until about 5 in the morning and go into work. Nearly losing my job that day because I can't think. Once more, and yet again, I have been fucking gnomed.
You have a new dealer, my friend.
Yeah, my friend.
I'd be like, it was trying to poison me. No, you just free fucking mushrooms.
That's a great deal. One slice of pizza for like a pile of mushrooms?
Dog.
Not a bad deal.
You have a new dealer, and all you have to give your dealer is like a slice of like cheese pizza.
Of cheese pizza. The most
Domino's.
basic pizza there is. Domino's cheese pizza, and they're set.
Do you think like that was the first time that the creature ever had Domino's pizza and was really like, this is my shit?
Mind blowing to it. It's possible. I mean, yeah. We don't know what the diet of gnomes generally is.
We know that they know their shrooms well.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. I'll tell you one thing, gnomes know their shrooms. Anyway, so real, not real?
You know? What if it was like a squirrel instead?
Okay.
Squirrels are a little funky and a little weird. Maybe like the squirrel was like, I fucking love Domino's.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not like, maybe it just had some mushrooms and it wasn't like supposed to be like, maybe like only 2 of the mushrooms were like magic mushrooms, right? And then coincidentally, the squirrel put it in your pile. I went to University of California, Davis. I've seen what squirrels can do to each other. We've literally seen them fight.
I understand the capability, what squirrels are capable of.
I understand.
Yeah.
My camera is really struggling.
Struggling with the focus here.
YouTube, hello? The squirrels. It's the squirrels. Hello? Okay. Anyway. Ice Cream Museum podcast at night really is a new experience. Final
frontier.
Yeah, I understand the capabilities of squirrels because I've seen a squirrel really battle another squirrel to death, like in front of me in front of the EOP building at UC Davis. So like maybe like, okay, the squirrel could have known what a magic mushroom is, like, and gathered a bunch of them and was like, this guy who loves dominoes just as much as I do needs some magic mushrooms. Or they were just gathering mushrooms and coincidentally had a magic mushroom in there. So I think it is sort of like believable. Sometimes things happen out there in the world.
Yeah.
And
I feel like you're in one version of that. You are still describing the squirrels as being as intelligent as gnomes seem to be. They seem to be like, yes, I see that for your pizza, I give you the magic mushroom. It's very important to my people. Like
then the Long Island accent. Squirrels are all from.
Canonically, squirrels are from Long Island. We all know this. Yeah.
Squirrels invented the Montauk Monster. That is their cousin.
That's like that would be a full size monster to them.
Yeah, because then just be like, God, do you remember that guy from last week? Like, he's in Long Island now and he's dead. Right. The squirrels killed him.
The squirrel got his ass.
Yeah.
Rip.
Listen, maybe it was like a little gnome who just really got into that dominoes for the first time. It was really, I can believe this. I think I can. Yeah. What about you? What were you thinking reading that?
I quite enjoyed it. I thought it was, you see the beats. You're like, yep, okay. The gnomes appear. He disrespects the gnomes. Reconciled to the gnomes.
Yeah.
Kinda. The gnomes are still fucking with him a little bit. But
yeah, they are. Like, would you have say that you're really say that you're this fellow. You've just been bothered by gnomes all for several days, weeks, maybe.
You're on your edge. You're on the edge, man. You're about to crack.
Are you gonna give them just a slice of cheese pizza? Or
I would order them their own pizza.
Yeah. I'd be like, get your own pizza because they're like, but then also like the demands could grow.
That's true.
Not that it knows it
so maybe that's why you want to set up to just do like one slice of pizza and be like, this is our deal. You share some of the pizza wealth every week.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Okay, so that's like pizza tax.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm okay with that gnome rule.
Yeah. Okay, then what if you're the delivery driver and you see this person who's just got this is for
dropping
you.
Slices of pizza on the doorstep?
Your first assumption would it be like
none of my business.
Yeah. You're just like, maybe there's like a weird cat here.
Yeah.
Yeah. My first thought would be like cat or raccoon.
Yeah. Cat, raccoon, animal. Yeah. It's strange. Yeah. It's strange. But it's not as strange as like carrying the pizza box inside on the side, I think. Like turning it sideways and like carrying it like that. That's
weird.
That would be extra. That would be weird.
If I saw that, I'd be like, there better not be a pizza in there.
Yeah.
Better not be.
You drive that damn pizza there. Give it to him.
Yeah, I'd be like, what are you doing?
You're driving over doing initial D, making sure the pizza doesn't tip. Homeboy just flips it on the side like a briefcase.
You have an open bottle of Mug's root beer instead of just like a cup of water. It's
keep it track of them.
Yeah.
Oh, man, the mug's on the edge. Yeah.
Make sure my root beer is okay. God, this episode. I don't know what happened to us.
I don't know.
We haven't recorded in a hot minute, and this is how we return.
Diving back in.
What a dive. I think
it's safe to say that we're fucking back.
We're fucking back, baby.
Yeah, we're back, baby.
When is this episode coming out?
I don't know. We'll figure that out. November.
We'll get it.
December.
Whoa, holiday episode.
Maybe, and this could be Scroogey. So yeah, folks. I think we're tapped out here. We're not beating gnomes tonight.
We're not. We're not. Listen, we're deranged.
And so this is a nighttime episode. It's a strange place to be. Before we leave, how are you feeling? Do you think you're going to be able to sleep tonight, or are you?
I think I am going to be okay. I think I am going to be thinking about them a little bit before I sleep. That's why I steered away from anything that was like house related, neighborhood related, right? And all of the stuff related. I made sure to go under the sea. The forest, I'll think about trees maybe a little bit, right? Like I'll make sure my blinds are closed.
Yeah, you don't want to be looking up those.
Yeah, because I literally, throughout the whole thing, I could see the moon outside and like the moon being real circular, like going by the trees and like all the clouds. And I'm just like, I hate that actually. I love her,
Yeah.
the moon. I love her. You know, Buon moon. But just that was really creepy of her to do right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll think about. I will close my windows and remind myself to not look at trees.
Fair.
Yeah.
Good call.
What people are learning today on Ice Cream Union podcast: don't go into the caves, stop looking up at trees, and then we'll drink the piss.
This episode was not written and not produced. Well, it was produced by Ben and JD. For all our sources, creepy green text on Instagram. Jay Last, shout out. Thank you for the stories. Thank you for sifting through all of the trash out there. If you would like to reach out with a comment, suggestion, or share an experience with one of our topics today, send us a message at icecreamumeme@gmail.com. If you like the show, tell a friend. If you like this format, tell us. All of the music for the podcast is provided by Yager Frank. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you on the next episode.